Teaching is a noble profession. It is also a demanding one. Teachers give their hearts and minds to their students, but sometimes the daily grind can take its toll. The passion can wane. The classroom can start to feel like a cage. Professor Suresh Das knew this feeling all too well. He'd been teaching history for over 2 decades. He'd always loved his subject. He was known for his engaging lectures. But lately he felt a sense of monotony creeping in. Professor Sneha Paul, a literature professor, was facing a similar challenge. She was tired of the same old lectures and assignments. She yearned to see the spark of excitement in her students' eyes. She missed the lively discussions and debates that once filled her classroom. The joy of teaching seemed to be fading. Both professors felt trapped in a cycle of repetition. They knew they needed to make a change. They needed to find a way to revive their passion for teaching, and they needed to do it for themselves. They also needed to do it for their students. One evening, Professor Das and Prof. Paul found themselves at a conference. They were both feeling disillusioned. They sat together at a table in a quiet corner of the conference hall. They started to share their frustrations. "I feel like a broken record," Prof. Das confessed. "I'm tired of hearing myself repeat the same lectures year after year." "I know exactly what you mean, Prof," Paul replied. "My students seem bored, and frankly, so am I." Then Paul had an idea. "What if we flipped the script?" she suggested, her eyes lighting up. "What if we tried something completely different?" Professor Das was intrigued. "Like what?" he asked. Paul leaned in. "Like turning our classrooms into interactive learning labs," she whispered. They started brainstorming ideas, their initial hesitation replaced with a renewed sense of purpose. They talked about incorporating case-based learning. They discussed the possibility of holding debates and mock trials. The possibilities seemed endless. The more they talked, the more excited they became. A spark of innovation had been ignited. The next day, they put their plan into action. Professor Das decided to use case-based learning to teach a unit on the French Revolution. He divided his students into groups. Each group had to analyze a different historical figure's role in the revolution. Professor Paul, on the other hand, decided to introduce mock trials into her literature class. To teach Shakespeare's Hamlet, she had her students stage a trial for King Claudius. Students took on different roles, from lawyers to witnesses. They even had a jury of their peers. The results were transformative. The classrooms were no longer quiet spaces filled with bored students. Now they were filled with energy and excitement. Professor Das's students were fully engaged in their historical investigations. They were eager to share their findings with the class. They were asking insightful questions and making connections that he had never considered before. Professor Paul's classroom was equally transformed. The mock trial brought Hamlet to life in a way that traditional lectures never could. The students were completely immersed in the activity. They were laughing, debating, and truly understanding the play's complexities. Professor Das and Prof. Paul's journey is a testament to the power of innovation in education. It is a reminder that teaching, like any art, requires constant renewal. To other educators facing similar challenges, Professor Das and Professor Paul offer this advice. Embrace change. Don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. Be open to new ideas. There are many ways to make learning more engaging. Try incorporating technology into your lessons. Use online simulations or virtual field trips. Create interactive quizzes or games. Remember, teaching is a journey, not a destination. There will be moments of frustration and monotony, but there will also be moments of pure joy and discovery. Keep experimenting, keep learning, keep inspiring.